Hi, I'm Cass, and as you can see, I dyed my hair. It was supposed to be black, but it came out kind of like a dark brown. And I think like I have a little bit of red that's showing through, cause like when the sun hits my hair, it turns red for some reason. And everyone's like, it's just dirty blonde. I'm like, no, look, there's red. Believe me. Anyways, so I don't have Lee here because I'm in college again, unfortunately. Last year though. And I've been here for like a month and a half, and this is my first video. But we had some stored up videos that we ran out of, so now we're doing this. But today, I'm just going to do like a little talking video. They're college talks or whatever, I guess, because I'm at college and I'm talking. But so today, I guess I'm just going to be talking about how my words are kind of misconstrued with a lot of people. Because like I have a sense of humor, right? And granted, my sense of humor is very dark, but I have jokes that I think are absolutely hilarious, and I just thought of one, and no one else thinks they're hilarious, and I can't. This one was a few years ago, so I can't exactly like remember the premise, but it was something along the lines of like, what kind of legs does he have? What? Broken legs. And then I would just cackle. But so when other people make jokes, right, it's kind of like, they're like, oh, like, something like not serious, like, just something dumb, I guess. I don't know. I can't think of one right off the top of my head because like spotlight effect. But, you know, they would say something like, oh, like, what if I did this, or what if I did this to you, or something like that, and I just go, oh, well, I'd do this, and then they'd be like, chill, I'm just kidding, and it's like, I was too, I made a joke back that was within the same realm, like, what do you not get, how am I supposed to respond, and so, that has happened to me so many times, that I think I've just kind of like stopped responding almost. I just go, oh, heh, you know, kind of thing, because whatever I said, I would not get like the correct reaction, you know? They would just be like, what? And, but that also happens a lot with like my tone of voice and like what I say and stuff like that. Like I'll do something, like at the place I go to study, it's like a little hangout building, it's called The Chair. When I go to The Chair, I have a specific spot that I like to sit at. It's on one of the couches that's next to a plug-in, and there's a coffee table in front of it, and I have the arm of the chair, so I can set my computer on the arm of the chair, set my stuff on the coffee table, set my computer on the coffee table, stuff like that. Like, it's just comfortable, and I like it. And people make fun of me for always wanting to sit there because I've started doing this to people. Like when I walk in and there's someone sitting there and I know them, I go, you're sitting in my spot, how dare you? And either they'll be like, I'll get up, like I'll get up right now, like you can have it. And I'll be like, no, I'm kidding, keep it, I'll sit somewhere else, it's not that important. Or like they'll, like a good response I think is like, well, it doesn't have your name on it, or something like that, you know, like, they make a joke back, but I have, like, stages of my emotional state where either I can take this well, like how I'm supposed to take it as a mentally stable person, or it'll hurt. It'll get its nails in and just drag them down my back, because, I don't know, things just hurt me, randomly. Like, they're not even supposed to hurt me. But, so there's only one person who really sits in that spot now. Like, I have a couple of friends who sit there, just like mess with me, and I'll be like, how dare you? And then I'll just go into the other room so that I don't do the emotional hurt thing that's not supposed to be there, but I can still make the joke that I think is funny. But there's this one girl who'll sit there, like every time I'm not there, and it's just kind of weird. And I feel like either she has absolutely no social awareness, or she's like spiting me or something. But I'll just go in the other room and study, you know, because like now I have two spots. Like if I if that one's taken, or I want to study harder than I normally do, or if there's people in that room where I'm like, I don't really want to hang out with you, I'll just go to the other spot, right? But yeah, so that's kind of an interesting thing. But there's this other thing where like I'll make a joke and then people will just respond really weirdly. Like I have a specific one, right? And there's this one girl, like I'm very obvious that I don't like meat. Like I'm just like, oh, like it's so gross, you know? And like I'll eat like chicken nuggets from McDonald's sometimes. Not very often, because recently they don't taste good, they don't have a good texture. So, and I'll eat barbecue pulled pork, but it has to be barbecue. And I think there's like a couple of other, I'll eat like deli meats and stuff, like the flat meats that have like no texture. But like I can't eat ham that like you cut flat because it's just still a weird texture. Like it has to be like the one that's like deli lunch meat, which is probably like processed fake meat or something like that. I don't know. But the texture works with my brain. So, but there was this one time, there was this girl who was eating something from Sonic, I think, and I had some sort of meat from it. And she was like, oh yeah, it's like my friend asked her, oh, like what are you eating from Sonic? I was thinking about getting Sonic for dinner. And she's like, oh, it's this breakfast thing with sausage. And I go like, oh, ew, meat, you know, kind of thing. Like I made it obvious. Like I thought I made it obvious that I was joking. So that was fun because she responded with, well, that's why I have it and you don't. Do you like being mean? And like I just shut down because I was like, what in the world was that kind of reaction? Like that's not a funny joke. Was that supposed to be a funny joke? Because it was not funny. That was mean. Like that was mean. Like that was really passive aggressive. Like that's how my brain took it. Like it just felt extremely passive aggressive to me, and it was weird. But like I don't really, like I try to like her, but I don't think I really do, because she has this boyfriend, right? And her boyfriend is very similar in his joking with her, where like he pretends it's a joke, but it's actually kind of mean. At least to me, I don't really talk about it to them, like, hey, like that joke was actually kind of mean. Like I just kind of like move on or whatever. But so I was playing soccer with her boyfriend once, and like several other people, and he like ran into me, and I was like, to my friend, his girlfriend, we'll just call her Abigail, I guess. Abigail goes, or I go, Abigail, your boyfriend just hurt me, or like he just ran me over or whatever, like he pushed me. You know, like kind of like that kidding thing where it's like if a boyfriend does something, you go to their girlfriend to get them in trouble, and the girlfriend's like, oh, boyfriend, how dare you? And she was like, oh, well, my boyfriend's in the right. I was like, what? That's not how this joke works. Like, this is a joke. You know? Like, that's not how I meant it. And, like, she would just be like, well, you were in the way. Like, my boyfriend's in the right. I'm like, that's not how that joke works. And that's one of the things that really rubs me the wrong way for some reason. Is because like every other girl that I do that joke with, they respond with, oh, well, my boyfriend's in the wrong. Because that's like, I think that's like common sense for a lot of girls, is like, oh, like obviously like I'm on the girl's side because it's a joke, you know? Like I'm not actually mad at her boyfriend, or like I'm not actually wanting her to be mad at her boyfriend, you know? So that was just really weird. She just has a sense of humor that rubs me the wrong way, and she just doesn't get a lot of my jokes, but I don't think a lot of people get my jokes either, because I'll be like talking about something or whatever, and someone will be like, oh, Cassidy, you're so funny, and like I'll be like, but haha, I was being serious, why is that funny? And there will be times where I'll say something and everyone just starts laughing, and I'll be like, why was that funny? No one answers me. I'll be like, why was that funny? Like, I'll have to yell at someone before they answer me, like raise my my voice several octaves to get them to answer me. And then it's like, it's not really that funny. Why did everyone die laughing at that? But another thing is like, similar to that last point, is I'll be like doing something, like the couch thing, where it's like, oh, it's like my couch. There's this one girl who'll be like, oh, Cassidy, you're just so funny, like with your couch thing or whatever. And I can't tell if it's derogatory or not, because she like acts like it's not derogatory, but it sounds like it is derogatory. But like, I'm just kind of like, okay, whatever. And so, that's fun. That's real fun, because I don't know what to do with that specific person, which is like, her name, we'll name her Emily, a very generic name, but like, Emily is just, she makes those kind of comments a lot, and like, she's also a gossip, which, she talks a lot. Everyone knows she talks a lot. She talks about things she's not supposed to, especially in this community, because like, I'm in a Christian community, right? Because like, I'm, you know, little good Christian girl or whatever, you know, and like, so gossip, like, you're not supposed to gossip, you're supposed to be like Jesus, stuff like that. And like, it's like, there's like 10 of the girls at the chair, the place that I hang out, that gossip all of the time. And I'm just like, what? Like, I thought we were supposed to be good Christian girls, you know? Like, and like, someone will like gossip to me or whatever, and I'll just be like, yeah, okay, you know, kind of thing. But like, they stopped, I think, because they don't like the reaction I give them, which is good. I like that, because I don't want to hear bad things about my friends, and I just don't really like drama, so I'm not really involved in a lot of the drama, which is nice. But like, because the girls are like that, it oftentimes feels like I'm being left out. But I think that's also like some of my anxiety and stuff, is like, I always feel like I'm being left out of something, like just like out of the friend group, out of like whatever event there is. And I have like a couple of really close friends that like I always hang out with, but one's super busy, and the other one, something just recently happened where I'm just kind of like, I am, you know. And it's like, everyone's trying to convince me to stay in this state when I actually want to go back to my home state. And like, I know like spiritually I'd probably do better here, but the thing is, I'm losing so many friends. Am I going to do well emotionally? Especially because like, Lee is back in the home state, and I want to, you know, go spend time with her, because we've been friends for 9 years, and she actually feels like she's like a really close friend of mine. And like, everyone else here, like, the maximum I've been friends with someone that's still here in this city, I'd say, is 2 years. I don't think any of my freshman friends that I was super close with are still here. And so like, and then like, friends that I made last year and the year before that, like, they just kind of like disappeared. Not disappeared, they moved away, got on with their lives and stuff. And it's like, I don't have a boyfriend. I'm not gonna marry someone here. Like, I don't think I am. And so it's like, I don't really have a lot of reason to stay here. Especially like, if I'm losing so many friends and like, people are kind of turning on me. And so, I don't know. Especially with how like, they like do the whole thing where it's like, oh, you're so funny, when I'm like trying to be serious. Or like, they'll be like, what are you talking about, when I'm trying to be funny? Like, it feels like not a lot of people like understand like what I'm trying to convey, which is really frustrating. And Lee is like one of the only people who can, just because like, we've been friends for so long, and she knows like how to modulate her tone, or like how to make a joke sound like a joke, you know? Cause like, because I think probably because she's been around me so much, and if she sees this, she can like put an answer or something, answer in a video. Vlogs, Lee, that's what I was talking about when I said vlogs. Or like put a comment or something if she wants to. But yeah, it's just, I don't really think I want to stay in Oklahoma because a lot of the people feel kind of fake here, you know, just with like the whole, I don't, like, oh, like that's not funny, or like they'll all just laugh and then they won't explain to me why they're laughing because that messes up the joke. Well, I'm not gonna find the joke funny anyways. I just wanna know what it is to make sure it's not me. It's not like my hair or my shirt or my face. You know, like just explain it to me so I can have some peace of mind. But yeah, so that is a thing that I struggle with. Tone and jokes and stuff. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.